seeing any names on the list that are like, oh yes, my 17-piece act.
Hi, my name's Jesse. Nice to meet you. What is your name?
Hey, Jesse, I'm Paul.
Paul.
Nice to say hey.
Yeah.
You a regular at these?
I'm an irregular.
You're irregular?
My third or fourth time. How about you?
Similar.
Okay.
Maybe once a month.
I mean, it's possible.
Okay.
Well, he left.
I've only done a few, so.
Yeah. Are you going to be singing tonight?
I am, yes.
Great. Cool. Sure.
What spot are you in?
I'm number 5 or 6.
Okay.
6.
I think I'm 8. Do you live around here?
I do, a few blocks away. It's kind of unusual. Have an open mic a few blocks away.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient.
How about you, Paul?
Up in Silver Spring.
Hello.
Do you play an instrument, Paul?
Guitar.
Oh, cool. Great.
Jules, is there a cable over there on your rig?
Yeah, 4?
Probably.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Jesse.
Hi, Brian.
Brian, your keyboard player? Yeah, I enjoyed hearing you before.
All right, I'm in.
Hi, Jesse.
Go ahead and play for me.
Yeah. So, you're gonna be playing some keys tonight. I mean,
Rob, I'm like you now. Look, I'm like you. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I came out of college.
All right. I'll get my own stand.
The only time in
Yeah,
my
you
life
better.
was when I was 17, so
Yeah, I don't know where any of the.
No, there's a house stand over here, but just in case somebody else wants to use
as long
one.
as I was going to starve, I should do it right.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so I'm retired now, and I've got time to devote to it.
Did you have a particular emphasis in your journalism?
Well, it was a financial news wire. It was my last gig, and covering the electric industry.
I mean, I never was a full-time journalist. I worked for public radio.
Oh, okay.
Did some newscasts, but
Yeah, I have a face for radio.
I've always said that, but I never said it to you.
You have a what for it?
A face for radio.
Oh. That's not true. A faith. And I was like, I don't quite get that one. Faith.
I've always wished I could play the harmonica, the harp.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's just an impenetrable instrument.
It's funny because it's one of those instruments that at some level is like really simple and takes all nothing, but to actually play it well is a whole other step.
I think that's what I'm talking about.
Understood. Understood.
I can also play harmonica very badly.
Well, it's just funny because it takes nothing to get a couple of decent notes out of
Get
it.
over the squat.
It's nothing to basically do Neil Young playing harmonica.
Yeah, or Dylan.
Dylan.
But, to do the cross harping and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
that's what really gives it control.
Crossfire.
Well, uneducated blacks in Mississippi were not told that a C harmonica, if you're playing a blues in C, you play an F harmonica, that's a cross harp. So you suck in and that bends the notes. So, it's sort of like what geniuses did with the saxophone. Like the saxophone was created to play an octave and a half, but nobody told jazz musicians, so they played it 3 octaves. So it's kind of there's a whole system called cross harping, and you can play first position, second position, or third position. But that's what gives it, when you're bending the notes, that's what really gives it the what touches us.
So if you were in C, you'd use an F?
Yeah, it's a fourth step up. Or fifth step down, however you want to get it played. So yeah, fourth step up, and in D, go to G, etc. He originally created for accordion, really. I mean, that's kind of the thing.
Certainly was a lot lighter.
Yeah.
I think mine is just playing there, so it goes may or may not. That's the cell, but where it's going around.
So,
What one? Oh, that's patch off, or what's going on? Last one.
Sorry, my brain is like,
Okay.
the initial thing for some header to post to this, and I'm not gonna get it out, so I'm gonna fix it.
oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, well, to both of you, to both of you.
Sorry, so my name on it just. Frustrating.
Do you know how to turn this flashlight out? I don't know how it turned on. It turns off by itself. It turns on by itself, and I don't know how to turn it off.
Have you tried sculpting tools?
Press it.
Shake it.
Yeah, blow on it. Turn it off and turn it on.
Spin it, twist
I
it.
did.
Bob it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
See? Turn it off. Turn it on.
I've got some electrical tape. Hold it down, hold it
Just
down.
hold it down.
Hold it down.
Okay, well, why does it turn on by
I
itself?
don't know.
I always hold it.
Okay, y'all.
Sis,
You all are just making it weird.
Chris Coleman!
I'm a mindful individual.
Here's a civilian, I'm just watching.
What?
You know, did you?
Manu, you're up after me. Are you just solo?
Yeah, I'm solo.
How is the cleanup?
Didgeridoo?
Didgery could. Didgery bloody well might.
Hey man, I don't
Nice
know
shot.
anything about you, but could I get up on stage with you?
Maybe. Let me think about what I'm about to play.
You're over there cold?
I'm just easy like that, man. I'll get up with anybody, do anything.
That's what I don't have on me as my capo.
Well, when do you come home? Oh, so it's not like you're doing the show. Well, all of these have people who are on It's wrong. Absolutely.
Do you have a mic in it? I mean, a line? Cool. Man, it was so nutsy here last week. And I'm sort of grateful because I also don't want to be here till 11:15 again. I know. What? You should. You should. This is one of those few places where I have found myself a little corner and napped. Why do I say that? I'm not even sure. I guess just so that if you ever encounter me lying on a floor, I'm probably not dead. I'm just taking a nap. So, in any case, I'm having one of those just restrang my guitar. Joey, do you remember the song Bally Set?
No, but I'll play anyway.
That's not the right answer, man.
That's a bold-faced lie. I love this song. The song is in my bones. It's in my blood.
I guess so.
On the way.
Grab that black microphone. And use it for your cajon, because though you're thinking to yourself, but I don't need a cajon, Mike. We are webcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And my goodness, those individuals would like to hear your cajon, because it is a dulcet pounding sound. Hey, you don't have to stop a little bit too close or anything, it's fine. Just needs to get a little edge, just a little edge. So, for those of you who have not been here before, which is not many of you, Manu, I guess, this is where the creek lives, okay? Where if you need a little extra squeaking, right there. We've been talking about miking the floor because there's been like a couple of great acts where you're just like, yes, and you want that stomping sound, just put a little microphone on the floor, it'd be great. But the problem with that, I think, like Dave and I have been talking about this, is that for that one moment when it's all of a sudden, where's the good one? There it is. There we go. The online audience right now is like, what's happening? This is not, there's nothing's happening right now. But for those of you who are in the room, yeah, exactly. My name is Rob. We have a fabulous featured artist this evening. His name is Greg Klyma. He comes to us via New York, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. There's some of us, Dave Eisner, who are really into like New York, New Jersey, that whole new thing. Don't try to have a positive conversation with Greg at this moment about New York. If you want to be like, oh, New York, this is really great. This is a fantastic place. He'll be like, the traffic sucks. And you might get into fisticuffs out in the parking lot. So, yeah, okay. Just York, Pennsylvania, very positive. I think he just played a bar in York, Pennsylvania. It was fantastic. That by way of being a long-away introduction for this song. This song is called Dune, Arrakis Desert Planet, no traffic, no New York, no crowded cities. It was fantastic. Even Arakeen was a beautiful open-door market where they sold spice. The Universal, no, they didn't sell spice much there, just water. For the rocks again, the silence all the way. Oh, to go my mother's way, screaming all the while. But now I know I'll take anything, any given chance. My fear is I'll take everything and leave no one left standing. But oh, my queen, my wife, you won't get a piece of me. Come for me, my inside here, crown or kill me. I'm headed for the rocks again, belittled all the way. Oh, to go my cousin's way, kill after kill after kill. But I keep my teeth unto myself. My weapons clean. Still you throw on me to the sands for this and run my children to the ground. But oh, my queen, my wife, you won't get a piece of me. It's I will come for you, just as they'll come for me. My inside here, you ground or kill me. Damn what I won't do. And damn what I won't say to you. And I won't tell you how it ends or who abandons you. Just damn what they won't do to you. bear you to the killing fields and place you on the line. I'll dig your hole myself, my friend, just like I've always done. And when my war is through with you, had its way as I shed my tears for the way it died and wash my hands of you. Oh, my love, my life, you have what is left of me, and I will come with you after the dawn with making my sigh to heaven hold me. My sigh to heaven hold me. My sigh. Thank you so very much.
Okay, so as an audience member,
So, my guitar played a brewery a couple days ago. I was there, and it was fantastic. They were like, it's really, really hot outside, something like 97 billion degrees, and so we're going to play indoors. And we're very excited about that. My guitar was excited about it too. Even though technically my guitar doesn't care about the temperature, my strings certainly get gronky. And so we showed up, and the brewery was a non-air-conditioned gigantic warehouse space in the sunshine in 90 billion degrees. And so, my strings are just dead. Like, there's the blackened. For those of you who are thinking to yourself, well, he's probably never played any of my songs either, but man, I would really love to have percussion. Joey Jenkins is available to be percussive for you. And as is about to show, you'll either see what happens if he knows your music or not, and it'll be fine. You know? Savannah, up through the Carolinas, the rhythm of the pines, reminding me the finest things are moving. Finest things are moving quick. And out of Richmond, strings and things and fingers fast. Some don't break down and then repack. With spit, repeat, get paid, come back. The finest things are moving. We get finer by the hour. Yeah, the finest things are moving. We get finer by the mile. Whoa. I had a home for 7 years, 2 cats in a yard. Wi-Fi, free-fi, the neighbor's kids said hi. Every morning this time they say they're moving. I can't wait until they're moving. Next stop up the road, it's Washington, D.C. One big monument to status quo and cash and greed. The roads on justice and but the overall disease. Give that town a wide, wide berth. The traffic and the companies, we keep on moving. God knows that they ain't moving. Turn left. No rain nor snow, no gloom of night can keep us from our task. No hell, high water, rising tide can still our restless hands at last. The river crushed the mountain, but our voices never tire. Our body's movement is the finest thing, and our music is a fire. Yep. Thank you so much. And yes, he's played on the song before. He's just never played cajon on the song before. Also got that psychic connection. He would be fine on any of your performances unless it's in 7 or 11. And even those, he would be like, this is a great time. Oops, sorry again. Anywho, let's get on with this fantastic night. Thank you so much for joining us here at Takoma Spark. Thank you for being here with us online, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Let's roll. Manu, you sit or stand? Manu, this is the first time she's been at the Spark.
Yeah.
Stand?
Do I don't usually stand.
You're welcome to stand, but you're also welcome to sit. These are our finest chairs. Dave Eisner is really into, like, actually, you're going to really enjoy this. I mean, that one was okay. You don't even know. All right, that's for your, that end.
All right, awesome. I think it'll be,
This will be for this end.
yes. You go. I'm gonna sit.
Can you scoot forward a little bit?
Manuela, you're here.
I am.
She showed up. Astute.
Yes.
As the prophecy foretold.
Yes. Fun fact. Fun fact. Can I go?
Yes.
Okay. Fun fact. I work at the music store at House of Musical Traditions. Yeah. I've been meaning to go to these for.
Sit.
Oh,
If you're sitting.
oh yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to point this at this end of you, and I just want to put it
Okay.
in the right place.
Got it. Got it. Yes.
Spark just hit like 18 months.
I think what she meant, no, we've only been here since November.
Yeah.
Manu meant to say, I work at the House of Musical Traditions, the storied music store just down the street that has existed for 45 years?
No, past 50, 51.
70,000 years.
Oh my.
And you, please welcome, for the first time in the Spark, Manu.
Thank you. That was an original. I wrote it like several years back. I haven't played it in a long time, so thank you so much. And that's actually it. And so,
You don't have a second piece for it?
no, just the one. I mean,
Thank you very, very much for sharing.
yes, thank you.
I've been so off kilter this day that I forgot to warn David Potts to pray that he's up next. He's got a sec. Are we clear, Dave? Excellent, excellent.
Awesome.
Man, it's really cool to hear you perform your own stuff. I've heard you perform with others, but I've never heard you. It's really amazing.
I didn't.
That's for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. David Potts to pray will be approaching the stage in a second. Now, he usually leads a music stand. Wait, this one here?
Yeah, there it is. I found that.
Is it for me?
You're welcome.
Well, I bet you got it for Dave. Hey. That side is okay, or the other side?
That's fine.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
Okay.
I know. I'll make more like hacker references while we're playing.
The 90s again.
Hold on a second.
Let's go for just a touch.
Glasses I have in my pocket.
I can do this.
I got it. Good. I got one.
We've all brought you glasses.
All right. Okay, usually I do very sentimental songs. I found, I was just looking through old lyrics I had from way back, and I found two songs that I never put on any of my CDs, and so I figured I'd do them here. Let's see, let me just. I was standing at the bar with my hand round a beer when a most amazing conversation did I hear from the couple in the booth behind my back. Her name was Doris, it seemed to be Mac. She was telling him about last Saturday night. She'd left her mom's house after an awful fight. Walking home alone, feeling pretty bad. She hadn't said goodbye, but she was wishing that she had. And then from up above she saw a great big light. It fell down around her, gave her quite a fright. Hanging in the sky, top of the trees, was a sight that set her shaking from her head to her knees. A UFO, a spaceship from the stars, whatever they called it, it sure wasn't ours. Shaped just like a saucer, that's what she said, with big blinking lights, purple and red. She was feeling kinda strange and she wondered why. Then she realized she was flying through the sky. The door opened up and flew inside the ship, and what she saw inside made her bite her lip. Ugly green thing, they were ugly looking creatures, sorta like a big worms. Green things growing out of them that looked like ferns. 8 red eyes and seemed to have no nose. On top of their heads they had 25 toes. And over in the corner stood a great big machine. Every 3 seconds it would shoot a human being. She thought they were real till the creature said, "See, I told you they have no eye in the back of their head." Exactly what they did to her she wouldn't say. She said it didn't hurt, but she didn't want to stay. The next thing she remembered, At least that's what she said. Was waking up on Sunday, lying in her bed. Doris said to Mac, that's the end of my tale. I bet you think my story's like the checkers in the mail. Mac just laughed, not knowing what to say. And they paid for the drinks and went on their way. The only thing that I could do was shake my head and call across the bar, give me another one, Ted. As he turned his back to me, I just had to stare. I thought I saw an eye poking through the air. Very strange, not my usual song, but
You have to give us 30 seconds of what the hell just happened.
I can't give, I love spaceships, I love aliens, I love anything that's strange. I mean, and I wrote this one, I don't know, I don't even I don't have a date on it, but it was a long time ago, and I didn't think it really worked in a song, but well, it was fun to try it again.
See that in the middle of one of your albums. Death and sadness and loss and, by the way, 25 toes.
Right. Yeah. All right, and this is another one that's really old. And yeah, let's see, I think I was going to do a capo one. Yeah. Yeah, it would be, that would be fun. Let's see here. Old man Winter, he's been ready to go. He's been ready for a month or more. But spring is hiding down Mexico way. An extended vacation, and it's heading toward May. March is upset, didn't go like a lamb. And April is freezing, doesn't spring give a damn. But Buffalo, Chicago, and Butte, they're all just plain mad. They're desperate for spring after the winter they've had. Winter had been brutal, snow and bitter cold. God knows why he was angry, he probably felt old. Whatever reason, the North had it tough. So as April went by, he said, God damn, that's enough. So North and the rest, they flew down to Cancun to convince spring to come back before the new moon. They found spring by the sea with the drink in one hand. But all he said was, I'm sorry, but I've grown quite fond of sand. Yeah, you can take your job and shove it where the sun don't shine. I'm gonna come back as fall, shake up the party line. It's been good to see you. Don't slam the door. summer. She's in Belize, I believe. Now winter blew up through you, said you're not fall, you're spring. You're the bring things kind of like, you put the bird on the wing. Pull yourself together, stop acting such a fool. But against my better judgment, I'll make you a deal. I'll talk to Summer, see if he can start in mid-June. There's this climate change thing, so it won't seem too soon. After a bit more arm twisting, Fall agreed to come back. So he finally returned, and everything's back on track. Everything's back on track. Everything's back on track. Not my usual. You ready?
Brian Lee. So, what's the smartest way to do this? Brian Lee has a little XLR for his pluggity in, so I'm putting him in channel 6.
Oh, that's bright.
He's in. I've been talking Brian Lee up. I didn't tell you those days before I lived into the room. Brian Lee is this fantabulous piano player. He's just going to stun you on piano. Blow your minds on piano.
It's not?
You're talking Brian Lee on guitar.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going back in my time machine to high school when I was learning guitar, and I went to the school library and I found a great anthology of folk music that Pete Seeger had put together, and it was just great. It was a resource there in the library, and it's the kind of thing that would be banned in Florida today because, well, first of all, Pete Seeger was a communist, right? And then, but it had songs about drugs and murder and just all kinds of terrible, terrible things. This is one of the songs I took out from there. Our abstemious friends across the street there won't like it much, but it's called Rye Whiskey, and it's from that book by Pete Seeger. I forgot to tell you, you need to sing along. So, yeah, it goes like this. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. Okay, that was pretty pathetic. Let's try it again. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. Whiskey, I surely will die. Well, that's a lot better. Let's do it one more time. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. Way up on Clinch Mountain, I wander alone. Drunk as the devil, just leave me alone. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. I eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the whiskey don't kill me, I surely will die.
whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. If the ocean was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd dive to the bottom and never come up. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. Way up on Clinch Mountain where the wild geese fly, I'll think of little Alice and I'll lay down and die. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. One more time. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If you don't give me rye whiskey, I surely will die. Y'all were great, too. So, it was also in that songbook that I got to know the John Henry song tradition. And so this is my spin on John Henry. It's 3 generations of John Henry. See if I got to get out of 3/4 time now. A steel driver, they say he was the best in all the land. I'm getting feedback up here. John Henry was a steel driver, they say he was the best in all the land, till he tried to beat that old steam machine, and he laid down on the tracks and he died. Oh Lord, he laid down on the tracks and he died. John Henry Jr. worked the factory floor. He made a living wage by the hour, till the robot came and took his job away, and he sat down on the bar stool and died. Oh Lord, he sat down on the bar stool and died. Now Junior's boy, he drives a truck. He makes his living paid by the mile. There ain't an inch of that old interstate that he doesn't pass by once in a while. Oh Lord, he doesn't pass by once in a while. Now AI took John Henry's job, navigating by satellite. John Henry popped his old Peterbilt, and he sat down on the couch and he cried. Oh Lord, he sat down on the couch and he cried. And then he died. Thank you. I promise, Rob, I'll play piano next week.
Another hand for Brian Lee. And then he died.
Thank you.
Rebecca Presti. Brand new to me. Now, you've been on my farm, or not my farm, Rowan's farm now?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. So you're local?
I am. I live in Rockville.
Excellent. Are you a sitter or a standard?
I'm a sitter. And can I possibly do it unplugged? My pickups are being weird.
Oh, if only there was a local place where one could get their pickups.
I know. I feel like there's a solution just out there that I've been ignoring. I should know better. That's the story of my life. I should have known better.
I relate strong.
Yeah. I feel like that's a universal human problem, knowing better and not doing it.
So I've got Rebecca coming up here. It's a really nice Yari.
Thank you.
What's that? I'm afraid we are. Oh, nothing.
He wasn't saying.
Thank you so much.
He's literally afraid.
I fear greatly. After Rebecca, we're going to go ahead and get our featured artist. Greg Klyma is lurking around the door somewhere. He's creeping a boot. And he just had chicken fingers. Were they actually chicken fingers? I know you were like, just get him fingers of some sort. Did they turn out to be chicken fingers? Okay. Well, they were chicken.
It's been confirmed. They were of the chicken variety.
I was concerned for a little while, but you're out of the chicken coma, and you're ready to play. Okay. So for the first time, please welcome Rebecca Pressia up on our little stage.
Thank you so much. This first song is about love. And this summer I've been thinking a lot about not the falling in love or the falling out of love, but the longevity of love and what it means to stay with someone and adapt and grow together. So that's what this is about. You see the dark, I search for light. You plant your roots, I dig my fingers into the dirt. You walk in a straight line and I wander in serpentine. You know what you know and I want to know what I don't. It's doubtful that we were constructed to fit, with edges so harsh and boundaries so thick. But I love you enough, I love you enough, I love you enough to change. Love's not easy to find, even harder to keep, unsteady and messy and heavy to hold, the weight of your heart in my hand. We stumble and sometimes bruise each other and it hurts. Uncertainty shadows the beauty of daily deciding to stay. You're the roots to my tree, you're the rock to my vine, a solid foundation that brings me alive. And I love you enough, I love you enough, I love you enough to change. It's easy to see the distance between us and question whether we're destined to be. But maybe the space is just untouched horizon to paint with the colors of you and me. 'Cause I love you enough, I love you enough, I love you enough to change. I love you enough, I love you enough, I love you enough to change. You see the dark, I search for light. You plan plant your roots, and I dig my fingers into the dirt. Thank you. And this next song started in kind of a non-traditional thought process. I was thinking about half-lives of chemicals. And like in radioactive spills, how long it takes for something to get out of the ground so people can be safe again. And then with the way my weird brain works, that quickly took me to emotional half-lives of things like trauma and disappointment and grief, and how those also linger in your system. And then that took me to all the many, many times that I've tried to control how those things get extricated from my heart. And so this song is about some of the ways that we try to take things and hurt away, but some of the things that we just can't change from our own timing. And it's called Can't Get You Out of Me.
Do you have recordings of these?
I'm making them now.
I'm excited.
Excellent. I can take you out of my contact list, erase all the voicemails you left. I can turn your pictures face down. I can toss your t-shirts in a cardboard box, change my status on Facebook to love and the freedom I've got, as if nothing was lost. But I can't keep you from wandering into my mind when I go to call you for the 3,000th time. You're a reflex, like the urge to breathe. I guess I miscalculated, 'cause I can take you out of my life, but I can't take you out of me. I can take you out of the stories I tell, pretend you're a stranger, and I don't know that look in your eyes. I can make it seem just like a transaction. You didn't want what I had to sell. No hard feelings, no scars, no lasting impressions on my heart. But I can't keep you from wandering into my mind when I go to touch you for the 3,000th time. You're a reflex, like the urge to breathe. I guess I miscalculated, 'cause I can take you out of my life, but I can't take you out of me. Tracings, ripples, echoes, scars. Your half-life's longer than I thought. You're in the earth beneath my skin. It'll take a while to breathe again, 'cause I can't keep you from wandering into my mind when I go to call you for the 3,000th time. You're a reflex, like the urge to breathe. I guess I miscalculated, 'cause I can take you out of my life. Yes, I can take you out of my life. I can take you out of my life, but I can't take you out of me. Thank you.
This is around that time when I say, oh, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I didn't ask. What a bad host. What a bad host. Presti? I don't know. Probably Presti. We'll find out later. Our featured artist, Greg Klyma, is approaching slowly from the wings. That's not him. There he is. Greg Klyma is distinctive for being very tall.
And that's it.
And the thing that I was concerned with,
The thing that I've been concerned with since I knew he was coming down was that I knew he was staying with me and that we'd probably drive down here together. And I was absolutely petrified that he was not going to fit in my little Saturn. My car from 2001 was back when people were smaller. No one was 7'3" like Greg Klyma is. It's too much man. It was too much man for the early 2000s. Don't know where this intro's going.
I have no idea where we're going, but it's been a fun journey.
Greg Klyma and I have known each other for a very, very long time.
I'm just moving it over a touch. It's good.
And I still don't know where he wants his microphone, which is very sad. And someone asked me earlier how many times we played together or shared a stage or I presented him at one of my open mics or whatever else. I have no idea. No idea.
You're going to want to lower that.
You're going to want to lower that for sure, he says.
I barely touched it. I'm afraid to strum.
Yeah, you should be afraid to strum. Dave's gone rogue. Watching Greg Klyma go from I don't know, I met you at what, Liz, at
Burren.
At the Burren in Boston, and you played along with others, and I was really amazed with your facility to play along with others, and that was cool. But then, holy shit, watching him go from just being a side player to being a writer of his own and going on to tour and decide, this is what I want to do. Watching him attack the folk festivals and other writing circles and things like that, and just go from someone who was in the wings to someone who is one of the hardest working, most prolific touring artists that I know. And I know a lot of freaking artists. It is with great pleasure that I bring to you today, Greg Klyma.
Thank you. After the last train left the station, it happened fast. We tore up all the rails, nothing left for the next generation except a few old men who sit and tell their tales. Something like once upon a time in this land there walked a giant, left footprints in the sand, never was seen again. We took the West like the devil takes a lover, a treasure chest worth its weight in sin. Progress is the word we use for all that we discover. Discovery is just stumbling across a thing that's always been. Oh, once upon a time in this land there walked a giant, left footprints in the sand, never was seen again. Tales are told for the young to learn a lesson. The young grow old and have stories of their own. Love returns to remind us we are destined to dig for gold, only to find bone. Oh, once upon a time, in this land there walked a giant, left footprints in the sand, never was seen again. Thank you very much. That one's called Sand. Put it on an album in 2017 called Never Knew Caroline. That's the one and only album I've released. I've made 17 albums at this point in my life, many on compact disc, a few exclusively on Bandcamp, klyma.bandcamp.com, but I've only released one on vinyl, Never Knew Caroline, and this song is on there too. It's called Christofferson. The world turned and they found ways to make anew the old mistakes. She came to him, but he didn't want her offering. So she got high and listened to Christofferson. She'd helped him through so many nights. She missed his touch, but not the fights. He's a hard man. Don't know why she thought she could soften him. He knows why she listens to Christofferson. He knows she's got nothing left to lose. He won't give her nothing but the blues. Yesterday is dead and gone. Memories fade, but songs play on. She came on strong. She'll ease off again. She just needs time to listen to Christofferson. He knows she's got nothing left to lose. He won't give her nothing but the blues. Yesterday is dead and gone. Memories fade, but songs play on. She came on strong. She'll ease off again. She just needs time to listen to Christopherson. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Sing this last line with me now. Here we go. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Thank you. That one's called Christopherson. On the way in here, my name's Greg Klyma. I got shirts out there that have my name on them. They say, "Climate change is real." Climate change is real. You could be the toast of Takoma Park tomorrow, walking around in one of these. Make sure we talk. Climate change is a hoax is a shirt in the making for sure. I also want to get some like 10-inch long, 5-inch big stickers because you need those like when the stop signs. I want to get them that just say climate change and then go around every neighborhood and put stop climate change. I will vandalize your stop signs. It is going to happen eventually. There's this thing called FALM, February Album Writing Month. I heard about it 15 years ago and did not have any interest in giving it a try. In 2020, the pandemic happened and I thought, I'm gonna start writing some songs. I'm home, quarantined, I can do this. Didn't write anything for like 8 or 9 months. 2021 came along and I thought, I never tried that FALM thing. Why don't I give that a shot? From February 5th of 2021. There's a mental health crisis in America, brother. Gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, sister. We gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mother. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America. Mister, what can we do different? Now everybody got a mother, some kind of father, some kind of trauma from one or the other, or both, just a little, maybe a lot. You think it's a riddle. I tell you, it's not. Yell at a kid, it'll scar him for life. Make him soft in the middle and hard on the outside. It ain't an enigma. We all know the stigma. We all need therapy. Hey, go figure. There's a mental health crisis in America. Daughters, we've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America. Fathers, we've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America. Mothers, We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, brother. What can we do different? 50 million, well, that's 1 in 5 adults who are dealing with not feeling right. That's someone you know, someone you love, someone whose push has now come to shove, someone who is anxious from all the repression, post-traumatic stress, clinical depression. There's people on the streets with voices in their heads, and more than too many who can't afford meds. There's a mental health crisis in America, sister. We gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, brother. We've gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, father. We've gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mother. What can we do different? Every day, more suicides. Pills or handguns kept by bedsides. Veterans, farmers, seniors, teens, people on the fringes, people in between. Men who were boys who were told not to cry. Women who were girls who found other ways to hide. In every corner of the USA, we're talking he and she and them and they. It don't matter how much or little you've got. It's the common ground between the haves and the have-nots. Mental health crisis in America, daughters. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mothers. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, father. Got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, brother. What can we do different? Mental health crisis in America. In the event that you do not know, there's now a national suicide lifeline. It's 988. If you or someone you love are in crisis, please let them know. They don't need to have a 10-digit phone number memorized. It's 988 is the national suicide lifeline. This is?
Huh. Alarmingly good timing. So this is that moment when I come in and interrupt for just a moment and like try to hawk your wares and beg for money on your behalf and say that normally, you know, it would be a legit kind of strategy to say, I don't want him to leave my town. Perhaps he'll be stranded if I don't tip generously. But no, because he's staying with me and I need him to be out after several days. Okay? Like I said, he's very tall. And his toes just emerge from the end of any sleeping surface we place him on. We try it on one bed, on the guest bed, on our bed, on the couch, and the toes are omnipresent. And so we just need him to move on. So please do tip generously so that gasoline can go into the vehicle and him and his toes. No, more seriously, it's a pleasure to always have him. And I think you've been with us.
We're going to be awake until 2 in the morning talking and laughing.
I know, it's going to be awesome. And watching Ahsoka. Are you up to date on it?
I have no clue.
You're going to be. It's okay. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. If you are out there in the world on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and you would like to donate to Venmo at Klyma-change.
Social-Klyma.
Damn it, social-Klyma. It's on your screen. It's fine. For those of you who are in the room, that's the way to give. If you're thinking to yourself, cash is a thing of the past. But if you got something you can throw in here, that's most welcome. And don't worry, he's not actually going to be stuck on my couch with those toes. Dave makes sure that the features have something. It's okay.
Rob, when's a good time to let people here know and people out there know about the house concert I'm playing on Thursday in Rockville, Maryland?
Much later.
Don't talk about the Rockville, Maryland show on Thursday now.
I don't think Scott Moore is ready to
talk about
the press
Rockville,
of ticket
Maryland
purchases that would be available
later.
Probably on your website, Klyma.com.
So if I go to Klyma.com or direct people to like Facebook and then they can find out about the Thursday, September 14th house concert, More Music in the House, but don't talk about it now.
Yeah, you want to talk about that later.
Okay, then I'll stop.
In the lobby, perhaps.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's
As
okay.
you
That's
were.
all right. That's all right. So while you're at Klyma.com getting your tickets for Thursday night's house concert in Rockville with Scott Moore, you could also get the T-shirts, et cetera, et cetera. But those of you who are here, take advantage of the fact that he's here for several days. Thursday, Rockville. Also, for those of you online, Greg Klyma is our most repeated guest in Live from the Lair, our Wednesday night web series with Iliami. That'll be electric cello and acoustic guitar, and we'll probably hear, oh man, I love playing along with that last one. It's like badass. So it's like, anyways, it's neither here nor there. I'm going to come around with this. If you got something you can put in here, it's most welcome. He's got a couple more songs, and then we're back to our list. Please, another hand for Greg Klyma.
I was playing a show at the Burren where Rob and Heather and Kristen and we all met back 20 years ago. I've been playing at the Burren for a long time in Somerville, Massachusetts. It's one of the first places I did road. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and I live in Boston these days. So when I say it's one of the first places I played out there, I mean like before I even lived there, it was a tour destination. And back in December, I had a gig at the Burren, my home bar in Somerville, and I got done playing this next song, and this fella, Zach, got down on one knee, and he proposed to Avea, and then he stood up and he yelled, "She said yes." So I let you know that at the beginning of this song, in the event that you're here with somebody that you've been seeing for a while, and maybe it's starting to get to that point where I feel like, I don't know, is anything ever going to come of this? It could get awkward in like the next 3 minutes, you know, because you might be expected to propose. It's been known to happen at the end of this song. Okay, it happened once, but I'm going to tell people for the rest of my life that it's been known to happen as if it's happened several times. You make my coffee just right. You keep my banjo in tune. You make great conversation. You make a great dance partner too. We're getting older, life's getting shorter. I want to spend my time with you. You make my coffee just right. You keep my banjo in tune. How did I get so lucky? I'd never lie to you. I need you to know. You make my coffee just right. You keep my banjo in tune. You take the cake, blue ribbon, first prize. You make a great mixtape too. I love you all morning, I love you all night. That's right, and all afternoon. You make my coffee just right. You keep my banjo in tune. You make my coffee just right. You keep my banjo in tune. She said maybe.
There we go. We got two of them.
Gotta bring the
Two.
average up.
I'm gonna have to start planting proposals at shows.
Of your viral moments.
All right, well, thank you all so very much for your kind attention here, and Rob for inviting me to be the feature on the open mic tonight. Tomorrow evening, live from the Lair on the internets everywhere. This Thursday, if you're interested in hearing more songs, these ones, and then like a whole bunch of other ones, Scott Moore and Paula Moore in Rockville, Maryland are hosting More Music in the House concert. I believe we start at 8 o'clock on Thursday night. And information about that is available on Facebook, and I think through my own website. I have 2 albums out there, some stickers that are $4 a piece. They say climate change is real. I got a small selection of t-shirts with me. One of the albums is called Never Knew Caroline. It's available on vinyl. And then there's another album called Singing for My Life. It comes in a 32-page color booklet with photos and song lyrics and song chord charts and all that kind of stuff. And this song is on there. It's called Jane. Oh, hey, who is playing the cajon? Joey. It's you?
I got your back, man.
Wait until I give you the nod. I walked 37 miles to lay down by your side. 37 miles to lay down by your side. 37 miles in the driving range just to lay down by your side again. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For 32 miles I did not have my hat. For 32 miles I did not have my hat. I held my coat, I held my cane, but my hat got took by the hurricane. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For 26 miles I was walking with a limp. For 26 miles I was walking with a limp. The hurricane would not refrain. The wind picked up and I lost my cane. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For 19 miles, no coat, no shirt, no shoes. For 19 miles, no coat, no shirt, no shoes. I twisted my ankle and my knee got sprained, and that's bound to happen when you hydroplane. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. I'm certain I was numb. For 11 other miles I'm quite certain I was numb. I saw it coming like Abel saw Cain. Each stone got thrown at the back of my brain. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For them last 2 miles, nothing but a smile. For them last 2 miles I was wearing nothing but a smile. Until I got to your door and I had to explain what I was doing there to another man. I ain't complaining, baby, I'm just saying. You know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. You know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. Yeah. You know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. You know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. Thank you very much. Joe, right on.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. Your music is gorgeous.
Fun jam, dude.
I
wish Joey was coming over tomorrow.
Nice job. Really nice job. So tall. Nothing but legs and toes. Another hand for the fantabulous Greg Klyma there. This is Jelly. This is Jelly Pasadovsky. Jesse Paladovsky.
I've been called worse.
It's nice to see you. It's been a little while.
It's been a while. It's great to be back, man. So grateful to you and Dave for having this happen right in my neighborhood. It was so kind
That's
of you.
why we did it, yeah.
I know. I have no doubt it's all about me, man. I know that.
Please welcome Jesse Paladovsky.
Thank you, thank you. Well, it's great to hear everybody here tonight. And I had an opportunity. I'm from Detroit, Michigan originally. I'm a city kid, and then I've been here in D.C. for many years. But I had an opportunity to stay in West Virginia on a couple thousand acres for 3 months in a little cabin on the Shenandoah River, just about half mile from the Appalachian Trail. And I didn't realize for the first few weeks, I was freaked out. I like hearing these coyotes at night, and I was a mile away from anybody else, and I was having these dreams about West Virginia axe murderers coming to get me in the middle of the night. And then I kind of chilled out a little, and this next song came to me about the gift of having that kind of time. Sitting on the front stoop, humming contentedly, sucking sweet red watermelon, spitting out the seed. I'm sure one lucky fella, nowhere to go, no one to be. Floating down this river, my good old fishing pole. Ain't nothing biting, but I'm so happy in my soul, 'cause I'm sure one lucky fella, nowhere to go, no one to be. My baby makes me laugh, I love her tender touch. We do best when we work things out, but don't ponder overly much. Hey, Mr. Snake, I'm sorry to stop your meal. Didn't mean to rattle you. Catch you later. It's been real. I'm sure one lucky fella, nowhere to go, no one to be. Yes, I'm sure one lucky fella, nowhere to go, no one to be. Well, thank you. Well, I actually was walking down with a canoe down to the Shenandoah River with my sweetheart who was out visiting from D.C., and she said, "Stop." I said, "What?" And there was this rattler just kind of sitting there poised, you know, like 5 feet away. And I'm like, I mean, I really am embarrassed at what a city kid I had no idea that was a rattler. But anyways, here we go. Well, I don't know if there is such a thing as heaven or not. Probably not. But if there is, I kind of think it's a little bit like being at the Swananoa Gathering, or being at Common Ground in the Hill where I teach, or being maybe at, what's that?
Cheesecake Factory. I'm sorry.
The Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, well, not being with Jewel. No, I'm not. Anyways, here's a little bit of my idea of heaven. So. Died and went to heaven. Let me try that again. Died and went to heaven. Gypsy music at the gate. Clarinet is cooking. The fiddler, she's first rate. One street down, it's bluegrass. Next street's a contra dance. There's salsa, rock, and reggae. Satchmo, blow some Dixieland. At the gate, I said, St. Peter, please, bro, wave me in. This whole joint is jumping. To miss it, it's a sin. He said, dude, we got you covered. We need a keyboard man. We hit after the late show. I'm the leader of the band. Carnival time in heaven, dancing in the street. On lead guitar, King David, on the backbeat, it's St. Pete. Krishna wails, funky flute, and Buddha strikes the bell. Lucifer's here on parole, he's the bass player from hell. I died and went to heaven. Dang, these cats can blow. If I knew death was so hip, would've checked out long ago. Dancing every evening, jamming night and day. Bouillabaisse and gumbo, laissez les bon temps rouler. Carnival time in heaven, dancing in the street. On lead guitar, King David, on the backbeat, it's St. Pete. Krishna wails, funky flute, and Buddha strikes the bell. Lucifer's here on parole, he's the bass player from hell. Blues guitarists, fiddlers playing jigs, all head up for late night jam after the evening gigs. Roomy whirls with dervishes, Mohammed croons with cheer. If Moses asked for directions, wouldn't have wasted 40 years. Carnival time in heaven, dancing in the street. Lead guitar, King David, on the backbeat, it's St. Pete. Krishna wails, funky flute, and Buddha strikes the bell. Lucifer's here on parole, he's the bass player from hell. He's the bass player from hell.
Once you get over your PTSD, I hear that's easy to get over. So once you get over.
Oh, someone came up to me and was like, "This is a great night, isn't it?" And I had my mom's words echoing in my head. Act like you're used to it. It's like this every night. Act like you're used to it, Robbie. This is a great night.
So I'm going to try and play two songs tonight.
I've been doing one song for the last few weeks, so I'm going to try and do two. So this is the first one. During the Depression, life took its toll, scrimping and saving in the bitter cold. A lot of empty pockets and dreams put on hold. I gotta find some money, man, yeah, you know that. I gotta get the gold. Gotta get the gold. I gotta get the gold. Gotta get the gold. I went out to Iraq and I did a tour. Came on wondering what I was fighting for. A man said, help me make the stuff get sold. He put some in the pocket with a whisper, now he gotta get the gold. Gotta get the gold. I gotta get the gold. Gotta get the gold. I met a man, he said he'd make things great, but he went around lying and spreading hate. I asked him why, he said, son, you're bold. He sent his men away and yelled, listen man, I gotta get the gold. Gotta get the gold. I gotta get the gold. Gotta get the gold. Saw me by sight, and the verdict was clear. They said these were their streets, and they don't want me here. I run past their arms, across the final frontier. A truck pulls beside me, they don't want me here. There's a truck at the corner and one to my rear. No place to escape now, they don't want me here. Four lives collide on the side of street. Gunshots ring out, one man falls from its feet. Three stand around while he bleeds in the heat. And 4 lives lay ruined on the side of a street. The silence around me, muffled voices unclear. With my long dirty toenails, they don't want me here.
Thank you.
To get this chair out the way. That's a terrifying sound.
Isn't it great? It's also cool if I go just kind of flick it out there. Yes.
In that way, it's actually kind of enjoyable. It's safety.
Sure.
And hand on the microphone there.
You know, it occurs to me sometime we should have Jules lead me up there, because it would be the bland leading the blind for once. And I've been waiting months to use that, and just so happy that I finally got the chance. He wasn't even here for that? Ah. All right. He'll be back.
Now,
Yeah, yes, you could.
as you all know, it's 2 songs, 10 minutes, or 1 pun, whichever shorter. I will allow you to use that one again if he pops back in the room.
Yes. Perhaps better that he wasn't here for it. Let's see, how's our guitar? I know we have a guy, he's been here a couple of times, he's a Kate Wolf fan, and hopefully I won't steal a song that he wants to do at some point, but it's the one that I like. I've been walking in my sleep, counting trouble instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can say I just looked around and they've gone away. I've been sifting through the layers, dusty books and faded papers tell the story I used to know, but it was one that happened so long ago. It's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside. It's where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide. I heard the owl softly calling as the night was falling with a question. And I reply, but he's gone across the borderline. He's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside. It's where the rivers change direction across the great divide. The finest hour I have seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day. That's when the darkness rolls away. It's gone away. Sing it if you want to. Yesterday, now I find myself on the mountainside. It's where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Kate, that was a bedtime song for daughters. It was a good bedtime song. Every time we got to sheep, though, they would go bah. And I was kind of waiting for somebody to do that. It's like a reflex, like bah. Had a colleague who just lost her dad, and it kind of made me thinking about dad. So it was one of my favorite tributes to dad songs that I quite like. They say youth is wasted on the young. Spend every little drop of time that summer in the sun. Daddy had a Timex watch, cigarette in his hand and a mouthful of scotch, spinning me around like a tilt-a-whirl on his arm. Houses need paint, winters bring snow. Kids coming in before their supper gets cold. Collection plates and daddy's billfold, and that's how it goes. You live long enough, people get old. Sat up right beside him in the cab of that truck, doing 30 miles an hour down the side roads, talking about the fish we caught. And he's older now, and I'm older now than he was then. If I could go back in time, I would in a minute. To his beat-up blue jeans and the t-shirts with the sleeves cut off. Houses need paint, winters bring snow. Kids growing up, sneaking out the window, hitting every small town dirt road, and that's how it goes. You live long enough, people get old. Yeah, people get old. Daddy keeps busy in the afternoon playing cards by himself. And you know he shouldn't shovel that first snow, but you know he won't take the help. Full of pride and love, he don't say too much, but hell, he never did. You still think he's 45, and he still thinks that you're a kid. Someday you'll find yourself saying the things that he said. You'll be walking down the hallway, turning off every light switch. And you'll twirl your kids in your arms. Before you know it, it won't take too long. They'll be running off, making a life just like you did. Houses need paint, winters bring snow. Nothing says love like a band of gold. Babies grow up and houses get sold, and that's how it goes. Time is a thief, pain is a gift. The past is the past, it is what it is. Every line on your face tells a story somebody knows. You live long enough, the people you love get on. It's the great Laurie McKenna. It's a great singer-songwriter. A wonderful song. Thank you.
All right. Do you want a shoulder again, or what do you need out of it? Or are you going to threaten me with the stick?
Well, if you didn't bring a bland to bring the blind, then you know.
He's here for the joke. You tell him.
What? Oh, man.
If only Jules let me up, it would be the bland leading the blind.
There it is. Hey. And he got away with it after.
Right.
the set.
Well, I gave him a special dispensation because he said it at the beginning too, but you weren't here, and so we all looked around and was like, oh.
I was having a terrible.
We have the Xander set, and Jules is going to lie down and become the Xander bed.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, I'm not doing this first. But could I check it? Should I just wait to check it?
These were on the floor. I had to.
I wonder whose they might be.
Our powers combined.
Oh. Someone asked if this was still happening. Rob, is this still happening?
You can tune in.
All right. Oh, whoops. Yeah, could I, more of the, okay, thank you. Dave Eisner on sound. Hosting! All the catchphrases. Abolish the sin. Little more, please. this one?
Yeah. I mean, you tell me.
Okay, you just start playing. I forget what song it is. So you start playing.
How about that? You said it was a new one, but you
Yeah, well, I mean, you know,
new one.
it's new to you.
All right, cool.
Yes? Yes. Yes. Alright. Should still be. B. It's the string that's on the top. Xander and I play the gazebo on Sundays, except for when we don't. Taking gazebo lessons.
Usually rainy days.
Yeah, rainy days or when I'm in West Virginia. Jesse's biting my style now.
kind of move this up here?
So excited. Okay. Don't disassemble them, but I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Whatever. Okay. Stand by.
Sit on the go.
And Joey, are you playing with Chris Holden?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Xander, so actually, could you grab your horns and put them either down on the floor or something like that?
Yeah, I'll put 'em on the floor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Joey Jenkins.
Oh my gosh. Who's up now,
Joey freaking Jenkins.
This guy, man. This guy. I've heard of him.
Now, I have lost, however, the cable.
You're the cable guy.
It's for your face.
Oh, I know Joey Jenkins as my drummer for the last 8 years. Man, he's a hell of a writer, singer, and just a, you know, good-looking man. Please welcome Joey Jenkins.
Well, thank you. If only I learned how to use a microphone. I skipped that lesson in. I'm not going anywhere with this. This is one of my favorite songs that I've written. Thank you, Rob, for the introduction and for hosting these wonderful open mics, man. Opportunity that I don't take advantage of enough, but that I appreciate all the time. Even on the seldom days when we don't text. Starting from zero, there's nothing like nothing, and I'm not a hero to anyone but me. I'm in my head too deep and caught up in thoughts I am willing to dread, and by now it's like bread to me, but I am still hungry. Well, I'm not the worst. No, I'm not the words you'd use to describe me. I'm a reflection of all you respect, and you can define me. I am the secrets you wish to reject, and you try to hide me. But I am the last thing you would expect. I could be a healer, I could be hurting, I could be lost on these sick city streets, or I could be searching. I could be more than your prayers provide. If you need a brother, or I could be just what you see with your eyes, a criminal lover, or I could be empty. It's not such a bad thing. Married to emptiness, hollow a sweet ring out of the story, perfecting. Find where my ends meet, like best friends connecting. Sunsets and bed sheets with none of the glory. I am the ocean, I am the sky, all the expanses you hope to explore when you're too scared to try. I am the chances that walk through the door you would pass by, and all of the dances when you were unsure. I might be a shy boy, But is it kindness or violence? 'Cause I can talk hours and into the night, but I could stay silent. I might be waiting for somebody strong to come get me. Or I might be hoping each one of you all will help me forget me, so that I can be empty. Nothing can have me. Closer to peace than bliss. Take nothing from me, keep nothing for me. The best thing is that nothing can trap me. No, there's nothing distressing about molding my soul into constant outpouring. You know, I should be empty. It's not such a bad thing. Married to emptiness, I could hollow a sweet ring out of that story. Perfecting, I could find where my ends meet. Just like best friends connecting. Sunsets and bed sheets with none of the glory. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is another song that I like, that I've written. They're not all great, in my opinion. Thank you. This is an angrier song. This is, sorry? That I could play. I love a request. I love a request. Sorry? Yeah, don't give it, stop trying to pressure me to do drugs, Dave. This is a song that I wrote in response to one of the song prompts from the virtual open mic that Rob's been hosting since the pandemic began. Thank you again, Rob. Not just for the physical open mic. I'm gonna kiss him on the mouth when I see him, but this is a prompt that was from when you were hosting, and I appreciate you.
The mailing list is a selling point of our next show.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. All right, let's see if I remember it. One day, I'm gonna stop breathing. Yeah, I don't remember it. I'm gonna try again though. I could do it. I could do that other song. Stop breathing. Oh my God, you said what? I am gonna stop breathing one day. One day I'm gonna stop breathing. I just ran through this song. I'm so upset. I'm gonna do Don't Say Anything. Man, I'm freaking upset. Stop breathing. Oh.
Let's get Chris Colvin up here next, and if that comes back into your head,
No, I have other songs. I'm super comfortable on stage. I just don't remember my words. And I rehearsed them too. I just never play guitar. Like I went back to teaching music last week. I had a very fun summer break, and I realized that I hadn't practiced guitar in months. I practiced the drums all the time. But yeah. I wake up to a sound so unnerving, a silence reserved for the words I have yet to speak. And I find it somehow reassuring. The more that I know I don't know, the more I can think. All that I do keeps me turning like dust in the wind. Can I trust what begins when this ends? But when I see you, I'm not worried, 'cause being unsure leads to purpose, like feeling nervous leads to more than friends. And I don't know if when you look at me, my heartbeat is easy to see, but your eyes show pages of fantasy waiting for me to make come true. Some people walk with a sense of direction, taking each step like they know what their next will be, but they don't, and I know, 'cause I do the same. It's a shame that our pride doesn't question, but you make me stop like I found my reflection in the glass of each building I pass unexpectedly. And you talk like uncertainty rests in the words, even when you're sure, and it brings out the best in me. But you don't know what it means to me when you say you wanna hold my hand. No, you have no idea how it gets to me, and that's okay, 'cause I don't understand how so much grows from such simple seeds when we make the best of every chance. Oh, the wind can blow and the sun may sleep, but some days we still wonder, what are the right things, and why does the time it takes to figure it out escape us just like thunder runs from lightning when they're one and the same? One's just the sound and the other's between. Your laughter and the pounding in my chest when what I said was what I mean, is how your energy goes back and forth. That vibration is something that I need to feel alive. You spin in spirals and my chest starts resonating. I can't breathe, and I can't slow time or pull down the sky for you with my hands. No, I feel so much like a boy, yet stronger than any man. So even though it's been said before, here it comes again. I can't come close to knowing anything for sure, but with you, sometimes I understand. Thank you. I'm gonna practice music later. Thank you guys.
Nice job, man. All right. Chris Colvin has given me a list of things to execute before he can approach a stage. One of the first is he said, it looks like you've been licking the microphone and leaving your beard hairs in it.
Oh, it was me?
It wasn't you.
No, it was me. I did it on purpose. I was just curious if you saw.
So step one.
I'm being responsible. I'm flying.
No, that's really wise. That's really wise. There was a time during, much of the last several months I was doing this regularly, and I do this regularly over cold season. So you'll see a lot of this coming up, but I've gotten slack. Slack. There, I didn't slack. And two chairs, right?
Two chairs, yeah, two chairs.
Two chairs.
Please and thank you.
This is for one cheek.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not.
There you go.
Give me the other one.
So polite.
Bring for the chair.
I'm a chair dancer. I'm summoning you.
You'll see what I'm about to do with it.
Sure.
This is the dub station. Hey, Dave, this is the dulcimer that's not quiet. This has got the active setup, so.
All right, where's your Audi?
Right here. This one's got a good pickup in it. This has got a Fishman. The other
All
one
right.
was, yeah.
Line 6 is whatever line 6 is. And then this is line 5?
Yes. Great set, great song.
All right, 5 is the dulcimer, 6 is the didge.
Let's just do a quick test here. Check 1, 2. I'm testing the didge right now, please. 1, 2. Hey. Hey. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Hey. 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 There you go. There you go. There you go. BYOFX. Yeah, last week I did a didge thing here and I didn't have much effects. Dave hooked me up with what he had, but I decided BYOFX. So today is Leonard Peltier's birthday. I spent the day in front of the White House protesting with Native Americans and other folks to get him out. So this whole set is dedicated to Leonard Peltier. Joey's going to help me out on this. That was a Mountain Dulcimer buffet. So on this next one, I'm going to do a meditation for Leonard Peltier. So I'm going to do this one solo. And who's after me? Is it Jules? Jules. Awesome.
Thank you for letting me join.
Thank you for joining me. I needed that. There you go. Nice. So in Star Trek terms, I'm going to do an away mission. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Am I muted? Am I cool to unplug everything? Yeah. Thank you.
That was my first song.
That was great.
Thank you. No, you're great, Chris.
No, you're.
We love to see it, folks. Hey now. All right. All right.
It's not your job. It's not your job. Please welcome the indubitable. Your hair's this way.
You can dubit me.
Yeah. You can dubit him. Please welcome the completely dubitable Jules Bland.
You say you're complicated,
might be an understatement. Foolishly I tried. When I think we got it right, you wanna pick a fight. Gut me then twist the knife, leave me there to die alone in a crowded room with the thought of you creeping up behind my home, though it never was in the cards for us. You refuse to leave me alone. I own up when I'm mistaken, but you say you never make 'em. You were more than fair. Shit. You hooked me then cut me off. Yeah. Gone but still hurt me often. Nails in a buried coffin, struggling for air alone. Oh, in a crowded room with the thought of you lurking everywhere I go, though I never could do you any good. You refuse to leave me alone. We were so close. Could have been something to behold. Easy come, easy go. If you're not invested, it's probably best. Was I just a face? Disposable part to be replaced? Did I throw my heart away? Used up and tossed on your pile of regrets. Sometimes even I need a break from me. Only so much you can take from me. I try to move on without you. I try to forget about you. Give the space you need, but you keep on sniffing around, knowing it brings me down. Well, I keep to my side of town, but you won't let me be alone. Oh, in a crowded room with the thought of you slipping in between the cracks. That was all you saw.
knows, man? You still want to do the thing?
I do, even though Joey left.
Yeah, wow. I still get to do a thing.
That's why I'm moving that.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted commentary. And then he played a note. No? You don't want that?
Not like that.
You don't play notes. All right. Taking the looping.
Mostly I like moving around the stage because it makes Dave nervous. He's like, what am I supposed to turn on?
All right. Well, I am in
6.
4.
4. I'm not helping at all. He's definitely in 4.
I'm in 4. Okay.
You're in 4.
In for 30 to life. Yep. Danny Masterson. Scientology, am I right, folks? All right. Rob, what do you? Hey, Rob, do you have a capo? It's like on you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, but it's all this. Oh, actually, the thing fell off. Oh, crap. I have a broken capo. Greg Klyma. Everyone, go! Capos, capos, capos!
There's one in my. Thank you, sir.
I found the broken part.
Yeah. All right.
I can just hold the whole thing for you the whole time.
You could just.
That's so
could just
hard.
bars.
I've done that.
You've done that for someone?
That is so hard.
That
sounds like such a nice thing to do for somebody until like the second you do it.
Okay, Rob and I are going to play a song after this. Spoiler alert. Together. Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Am I just projecting? I'm using my theater voice because I can't hear me in the monitors. Can you guys hear me? Oh, there it is. There it is. Sounds like me-ish. All right. This is one of the saddest songs I play. Strap in. She said, Andy, you're better than your past. Winked at me and drained her glass. Cross-legged on a bar stool like nobody sits anymore. She said, Andy, you're taking me home. But I knew she planned to sleep alone. Carry her to bed and sweep up the hair from her floor. If I'd loved her before she got sick, I'd never hear the end of it. She don't have the spirit for that now. We drink our drinks, laugh out loud, bitch about the weekend crowd, and try to ignore the elephant somehow.
somehow. She said, Andy, you crack me up. Seagram's in her coffee cup. Sharecropper eyes and her hair almost all gone. When she was drunk, she'd make cancer jokes, made up her own doctor's notes. Surrounded by family, I saw she was dying alone. Well, I'd sing her Willie Nelson song. She'd get high and sing along, but she ain't got the voice to sing with now. We burn these joints in effigy, cry about what we used to be, and try to ignore the elephant somehow. Buried her 1,000 times, giving up my place in line, but I don't give a damn about that now. There's one thing that's real clear to me: no one dies with dignity. We just try to ignore the elephant somehow. Somehow, somehow.
Jason Isbell song. Thank you. You see what I did there? Okay.
Part of you was like, oh my god, that's a hard one to follow, and then I was like, no, that's completely correct.
It's on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good Alabama boy. Not a good old boy. Contrary to what his accent would have you believe. All right, I'm gonna put this mic away from my face. From the shoals. From the shoals, yes.
Bring me a guitar, too. And I was so excited because Joey was here, and I was like, Joey and Jules and I can jam on the song that we know. Oh, Joey had to leave for ice cream. You didn't tell him? Well, Dad got Manu's little sister ice cream. I think that was part of the deal of like convincing the little sister to hang out here. Yup.
Come here and enjoy it.
Yes, it was like, come be artistically uplifted and we'll get you ice cream. Can I get like a good deal more of my guitar there? Yes. B minor. Everything I do is B minor, except for the C sharp minor stuff.
Hey man, I think you major.
This overarching roof is guaranteed. You have nothing left but no fear of anything. That's not the right beginning. Oh, it's very sad. This overarching roof is guaranteed. You have nothing left but no fear of anything. Never cold and never hungry, just stay huddled close to me. I'm the sum of every little thing you need. You poor and huddled masses yearning to be me. You have nothing left to fear but fear itself and me. Oh, what did any of this mean? Who's gonna save me now? I think we've overlooked something in this room. I guess because you can't do that all day, we'll get that second verse again. So sad. First verse is stunning, you'd be amazed. This overarching roof is guaranteed. You have nothing left but no fear of anything. Never cold and never hungry, just stay huddled close to me. I'm the sum of every little thing you need. You poor and huddled masses yearning to be me. You have nothing left to fear but fear itself and me. Oh, what did any of this mean? Who's gonna save me now? I think we've overlooked something in this room. For me once and blame the student. For me twice and blame the teacher. For me thrice and blame the master. Maybe stop looking back. Maybe stop looking back. Maybe stop looking back. Maybe stop looking back. hear it causes cancer. I read it cures the same. It's been known to shift its stance and ask askance if you thought you know. Everything else here has changed. It's been known to toe the line and place its weight upon the scales. It's been known to slowly shift around. It's been known to tell a joke and call the shots and pull the strings, and everybody knows it really gets around. Yeah. What did any of this mean? What's gonna save me now? I think we've overlooked something in this room. I think we've missed something in this room. For me once and blame the student. For me twice and blame the teacher. For me thrice and blame the master. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just have a marvelous night. And yeah, my mom says act like you're used to it, but man, I guess I can act like I'm used to it and still be amazed by it. Every night we do this wonderful thing here on Tuesdays. Who's our features next week? You have this duo coming in, right? Influxus. It sounds like a disease, but it's not. It's pipes and drums. Volgamot. Yeah, I hear great things. I'm excited about it. Fold up those chairs. Go home. Thank you so much for being part of this, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
Morse Burgers, Thursdays.
Morse Burgers Thursday.
It's not filmed. There's no feature. It's in a dive bar. It's great.
Rebecca, I like how you realize it's like your chair doesn't fold up.
That's right, my chair.
Oh, I guess I could have moved that camera. If only someone else.